Hi everyone. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but I sound a little different in this video, just a little different. I have been sick for the past week with a cold, like a coughing cold. My nose was going on and my throat was a lot worse, but it has gotten a lot better. Yes, it is a lot better. And I gotta change this exposure. It is see, it's a little too bright. There we go. It's a bit better. It's a bit more shadowed, but it also is a bit better. You can see me a lot better. I'm not like a bright fuck. Like, this is not super bright, but this is a bit dark. Maybe I'll turn this way so I'll have a little more sunlight on here. But anyway, this is a book review on The Storyteller's Daughter by Cameron Dokey. And I have a yes and no of liking this book. The story itself, if you break it down very simply, I did like that. I liked the story itself of how Shahrazad and Shahriyar, that's how I'm pronouncing them, became a couple, got together, and that sort of thing. I liked it. And I like their character in general. I liked them. I liked Shahrazad's character. She was really, I liked her. As a child, she was a stubborn little one, but as she grew older and such, she became a woman that I actually liked, and she was interesting. Shahriyar, he was a very nice, he was not the perfect person, it's flawed, but I liked him. He definitely had some growing himself to do after, the whole thing of his first wife, basically placing a curse on him and, killed herself. I'm trying to get back into something a little bit normal of a review. But because of my feelings towards this, I'm a very low-key right now. I'm also, tired. Because whenever I sleep over at Manny's, I only tend to get 5 hours of sleep for some reason. He keeps me up late. Whatever. The one thing I really, really did not like about this, and it's the reason why I'm going to be taking it off my book list, and I'm going to keep it at the same time, is the way she wrote it. It was I didn't like it. It's just, it's sort of like backwards speaking, sort of. Sort of very over the top and almost it's like Shakespearean talk. And I did not like that. I like Shakespearean is Shakespearean. Shakespeare, the way he wrote it. But it's sort of what I get in here. It's sort of like that it's like that rap. I'm not getting the right word. But basically what I can describe it as is a backwards way of speaking, the way you want to speak, and also the way, not just when the characters are speaking, but the way that, because this is basically written you have a narrator, and the narrator is basically speaking in a backwards way, and it's very annoying. It's very annoying, and I don't like it. That's what turns me off on a book, when it's very backwards speaking, and I'm sometimes I had to literally read a sentence 3 times to understand what was said. It was just very annoying. But I did like it. As I said, I liked the general plot and the generalness of the story. I didn't get very invested in the characters as I do with other Once Upon a Time retellings, like Snow. I loved it. And The Night Dance, I loved that so much. I don't know if you heard that, but Dad is getting dishes out right now. And I hope everything's okay. And Midnight Pearls. Oh, seriously, those were my favorite ones. And also Belle. Belle was not my super favorite. You know, like the Beauty and the Beast retelling. I have a review up here. I have a review on here, and I will link that down below. I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. But I liked it enough that I wanted to keep it, and I didn't want to reread it. But this, and I do really like Cameron Dokey's writing. I do like it because I have How Not to Spend Your Senior Year. I read that and I actually really liked that. And I also read Beauty Sleep, which is her second book in this Once Upon a Time retelling. I did really like that. That was like, when I read it, I did really like it. So I have it, and that's actually the next one after this. But we'll get to that another time. I just, the way she wrote it, and the way she wrote the way the narrator reads it, was very, very annoying and very confusing at times. And it just made me not want to keep it. But I want to keep it enough because I feel like I want to, at some later point, I want to sort of rewrite this and make my own Arabian Nights or 1001 Nights retelling of my own. Because also in this, it's the only thing that is true to the true tale of 1001 Nights of like is the fact that, you know, he lost. I don't know if that part is really true, but I think it would be part of the main plot. I think it's a really good idea for like the main plot is that he was married, the king was married, or the sultan, because this is set in, she even says it here, it's set around the area of Persia, India, and Arabia. So I think like Aladdin, the story of Aladdin is a part of the 1001 Nights. I think it's one of the stories. But the king, like Jasmine's father, is referred to as sultan. I think in that area, I think they're more referred to as sultans and not kings. I'm not 100% sure. But if it's true, can you let me know down below? If in those areas, kings are actually called sultans, or what their actual formal title is. So, yeah. But the king, it's a king in here that his wife placed this curse on him and then like betrayed him in a way and just like made his inability to like trust women and have like be in love and such like that. I think that might be true to the story, but I also think it's a very good plot point to the story. I think it's a good part of a good reason why the king or the sultan would, kill his wives in that. And so, as the true story goes, the king takes a wife every night. I think that is like every night the king takes a wife, and then in the morning he kills her, or takes her head off. Yeah, I think just at night. So like he fucks her, and then I'm gonna kill you in the morning, sort of thing. And he does this. He gets the reputation of like doing this, and is known for the wife killer sort of thing, and does this for a great number of nights until he finds the storyteller. I'm just gonna refer to it as that. Once he finds that one, makes her his wife, and then for about 1001 Nights. And it says here, so it's good reference. Cameron actually says that's just shy of 3 years worth of bedtime stories, in case you're wondering. So she says that in her author notes. And I'm going to spoil. I have to say this because so he takes a terrible resolution. He will take a bride for one night only. A bride for one night only. In the morning, she will face a horrible fate. Then he will choose another. Nothing can change his course until one brave woman steps forward. I have to say it because, like, this, I didn't like it. He doesn't take numerous wives before he finds Scheherazade. I'm basically spoiling that, but, like, literally. If, like, that's part of the story, you should have, you know, him having the reputation of, you know, killing a few wives before he finds the storyteller wife. Like, yeah. So, if you want to read this, go ahead and read it. This is basically a sort of like a very rushed up version. So, like, you know, I say, you know, like, way too much right now. Yeah, it's just basically the part where the king finds his storyteller wife. That's basically all this is. But it's good. That part is good. I liked it in the sense of, like, I like the characters. I love the whole basic storyline. And then something bad happened literally, like, in the last 5 chapters. About the last 5 chapters, something bad starts happening. And that's really when it started getting a lot better. It is a bit boring. Well, the first third, we're gonna say, like, this chunk here. It's good. It's the middle part. The middle part is a little slow. It's a little on the slow side. What else can I say? I don't know. It is a very good story. It's cute. It's sweet. It just, yeah. It's cute and it's sweet and kind of gets straight to the point of that relationship. And it also is very rushed because it doesn't feel, it feels like it's only been like 6 months that roughly has been happening in the story. So it's a little somewhat rushed, but you don't feel that way. You don't catch on that you are feeling that any of this is rushed. It's very subtle in that way and very like, see, really? We're already at this part? What? We're already there? But it's good. I liked it, but I don't think I want to reread this again. But I think the other reason why I'm not huge on this story is because it's taking me a long time to read my books. I'm having like these big gaps of when I'm reading this, and I don't know why.
I like to fix that, but I also have, you know, a lot of videos that I have to edit. I have to edit like nearly 300 videos. Like, it's nearly 300. I have at least 200 videos. At least 200. And it's getting very close to having 300. So
I'm not going to recommend reading this book. But if you do like these type of stories, go ahead, read it. It's just another type of retelling. It's good. Just, yeah. I'm a little wishy-washy. I'm sorry. I'm a little wishy-washy on this book. But it is good. It's also the first in this retelling of, like, Once Upon a Time retelling. I think they start getting better because the Rose Bride, that was really good. And then, like, the other 3 that I liked. And then Belle was okay. I liked it. Like, I liked it enough that I was able to keep it. So I may reread this at another later point. But, yeah. So, but I kind of want to read a proper retelling of, you know, 1001 Nights or The Arabian Nights. And I keep seeing on BookTube this book of The Wrath in the Dawn. If you're already at this point and you've already put a comment down like you totally should read The Wrath in the Dawn. It has that, and it's like, calm down. If you've gotten to this point, like, it already, like, if you've gotten to this point and you've already done that comment, or if you've gotten to this point and in your head you're like, oh my god, you should totally read The Wrath in the Dawn, that such. Calm down. I have seen it numerous times on my booktubers. I've subscribed to the booktubers I've subscribed to. Oh my god, I'm difficult. I'm tired, and again, this book made me wishy-washy. I feel like I want to read it now, because I wasn't going to when I was first hearing them, like, review, like, say, like, I've bought this, it's gotten a lot of great reviews and such, and then those people have given it good reviews and such. I probably will end up reading it, and apparently it's a duology, and then there's also, like, companion novellas. So I definitely will read the duology. I don't know about the novellas, because apparently you can only get them on an e-reader. So eventually I will do that. But because, as I said, I have this urge to now write sort of like, I want to rewrite this, or like the essence that's in this book. I spent 20 minutes talking about my wishy-washiness of the story. Yeah. You can read it if you want. You don't have to read it. I am not recommending it. I probably will. A part of me is hoping to reread it at some later point of like, I'm just going to sit down and read it for like at least big chunks of it read, and not like how long it took me to read it. But I have my next book now, and it is The Accidental, and you can read it, and I'm mispronouncing it. It is. This is my next book, and it is An Accidental Woman by Barbara Delinsky. And this is a duology of the Lake Henry thing. And I said I'm wondering if it's about the book about Poppy, Lily's sister. But I kind of got a little spoiled, and like I read someone else's name. I just wanted to make sure that it was still about Lake Henry, and it is. It's just about a different woman. So I'm still gonna read it. I have it because I wanted to read it anyway, even before I knew like my theory of it maybe being about Poppy's story or this mystery woman. Now I just wanted to read it because it was part of a series, but it's a duology because it's only 2 books. Yeah, I wanted to read it, and I'm still gonna read it even though it's about a different woman. So I am going to read this part now, as I usually do. New York Times best-selling author. There are a bunch of New York Times best-selling author, and like a bunch of books I've read, it says like they're the #1 best-selling author. So there's a lot of them, and I don't know. I'm just like seriously, I've seen like 5 different authors saying that they are the #1 best-selling author. I don't know how that can be true. That's my thing, and I gotta brighten up this exposure. I'm sick of it now. Okay, there we go. That's better. Anyway, New York Times bestselling author Barbara Delinsky returns to the town of Lake Henry, New Hampshire, scene of her beloved earlier novel Lake News, with an unforgettable story that explores the ways in which we limit our own chances for happiness and the accidents of fate that can set us free. Heather Malone has made her home in Lake Henry for the last 14 years. Known for her kind, gentle nature, she lives with Mika? I have no idea how to pronounce this, but I'm probably going to be pronouncing it as Micha. Michah. If you know how to properly pronounce it, kind of like spell it out down below so I know later. Just could say it down below, but yeah. If I'm actually pronouncing it right, you can let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. It says Micha, I think. She lives with Micha Smith, a widower, and his 2 young daughters. When the FBI takes her into custody on charges of flight to avoid prosecution, purportedly, there's a word here that doesn't sound right, doesn't sound like it should be in the sentence, but whatever. Purportedly for a murder that took place in California. The local reaction is stunned disbelief. Wow, that sentence was difficult. Yet when those closest to her, including Micha, think back over the time they have known her, they realize that they have learned virtually nothing about her earlier life. Oh, I remember reading about her in the first book. Just as a really minor side character. Poppy Blake is Heather's closest friend. See? Here's Poppy. A lifelong resident of Lake Henry, Poppy is confined to a wheelchair, the result of a snowmobile accident nearly a dozen years prior that left her a paraplegic and killed her male companion. Since then, she has worked hard to rebuild her life. Currently, she runs a local telephone messaging service out of her specially equipped house of Lake Henry. On Lake Henry, fiercely independent, Poppy refuses to let her physical limitations break her spirit. However, it is her guilt over past mistakes more than her present disability, which is holding her back from pursuing a future that includes a husband and family. Oh my god, we actually are getting her story! I thought it was, but apparently it's about 2 characters. Oh my god, what is with my mouth? Writer Griffin Hughes originally traveled to Lake Henry to investigate a national news story involving... Why am I looking at you? Lily Blake, Poppy's older sister. What keeps him coming back is his attraction to Poppy. However, a chance comment made to his brother, an FBI agent, provides the thread that leads the law to Heather. To redeem himself, Griffin is compelled to solve the mystery of Heather's past. Along the way, he becomes key to freeing Poppy from her own past and helping her see the possibilities of a richer future. Setting her story against the backdrop of a picturesque New England town during the maple syrup harvest season, when the harshest... What is wrong with my mouth right now? When the harshness of winter yields to the sweet promise of spring, and when the whole town is involved in the race to process the sap before the thaw sets in. Barbara Delinsky has written a tightly knit and compelling story that celebrates the values of community, friendship, and redemptive power, and the redemptive power of love. Wow. I'm having the inability to read and properly speak.
Barbara Delinsky is the New York Times bestselling author. Again, what is with that? Of more than 70 novels, a lifelong New Englander. She and her husband, a lawyer, have 3 grown sons and 2 daughters-in-law. The couple divide their time between their suburban Boston home and a lake house in New Hampshire.
Okay, so apparently, yes, it mainly is about Poppy. But it's also about, I'm guessing it's about her friend Heather. Ah, there goes my book. Blah, shove it. I have acknowledgements, which is a bit long, and I don't want to keep reading to you. But, yeah. So, this is my next book, and I'm hoping to read it a lot faster. It's not a large print, if that's what you're thinking. It's still it's just, I'm guessing, just the hardback edition of this, because it does, as I showed you. Why am I not able to speak properly? And my mouth is producing a little bit too much spit for some reason. This feels very exciting. I'm hoping I have a better reaction to this than I did with the previous one, because I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to remember, it was a while ago, that I had another, like, wishy-washy feeling to it. Like, I half liked it and I half didn't like it, but I liked it enough. The parts of it that I did really like, was a reason to keep it, to read it over again. I'm hoping I have a better reaction to this. If not, I'm hoping to have at least the same feeling as that one, and maybe I'll buy this book. But yeah, I don't get this picture. There's a chair, a blanket, and a cat on it, a fireplace, and apples there, and, I don't get this title. The other one, at least, kind of made sense. It was on Lake Henry, and, John. It looked like it might have been John, because he did a lot of rowing. I hope I am not going to be talking like this much longer. I have this little weirdness on my throat. I hope you notice. I am certainly noticing, like, my throat reads like how I talk, how people talk. They're a little reverberating a little too much. I think I'm getting a little too much feedback in my talking. So, this is my next book. And again, You can read The Storyteller's Daughter if you want. I don't recommend that book in general, but I do recommend that you read, any teens or people that like reading young adult, I do recommend that you read let me get the book out again. The Simon Pulse, or it's the Simon and Schuster publication, their collection. Wow, it's getting dark. I gotta tune this up again, and I'm getting a little slower. But anyway, I recommend in general that you read the Once Upon a Time retelling, because it's teen fiction, and I do recommend it to the people who like the series in general, that you read the Once Upon a Time retellings, because they are good. Maybe not all of them, and there is a lot of them. I think there's maybe 15, and I have done a few of them. I'll link all of my Once Upon a Time retelling reviews that I have done. I'll link them down below, because yeah, but as you know, if you've seen my previous videos, I don't like all of the retellings. I think I have more than just the one. I'm pretty sure I have 2 of the retellings that I actually didn't like. I just did not like them. I have my reasons in those videos, but then there are other ones that I did like. And I'm reading it in the order of when each story came out. So this was the first one. The next one was Beauty Sleep, which was by Cameron Dokey. This is the end of my video. And I don't think I'll take a nap again, but no, I'm not going to take a nap, because I'm just going to lie on my bed. I think that's what I needed. I just want to lie on my bed. Holy crap. I'm sorry for all this really weirdness. I'm sick. I'm trying to get back into my normalcy. I need more sleep. And, yeah. So anyway, I'm ending this video. If you like this video, hit that like button over there. And you can leave comments down below, as what I've said previously. And let me know if you have read The Storyteller's Daughter, and tell me your thoughts on it, if you liked it or not. Just nobody need be negative, no one be mean, no one be a bully, because we don't need all that negativity. All right, we don't need it. We just don't need it. And if this is the first time you're watching my video, please hit that big red subscribe button down there by my picture. If it's still like that, for more book reviews, hauls, unboxing, unbagging, because something's come in a bubble wrap manila envelope or a plastic bag wrapped thingy, vlogmas, random vlogs, and random videos. I have no idea what to categorize. Okay, I gotta stop talking because all this spit is being produced in my mouth. I have no idea why. And I just want to lie down. I want to relax. This is a very wishy-washy day. It's started to spit, and I guess it wanted to start raining, but it didn't. And it's very kind of gloomy, dark, cloudy out. It's a little gray. So yeah. And I got YouTube videos to watch, because I cannot watch all the videos that people have uploaded that I've subscribed to. Yeah. So yeah. And I might edit a video later. Definitely will edit. I will try to edit 2 videos tomorrow. 1 at least. That's my thing. I want to get 1 video edited at least. Sorry, my eyes are itchy from the sleep. And I definitely want to get 1 video edited a day that I'm not spending with Manny. Or, I can do it before Manny comes over later that day. And I'd like to get 2, maybe 3, depending on how long the editing videos take. This is going to take an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe, because it's 40 minutes now, this unedited part. So yes, I gotta get going. I hope you liked it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.